Hey fellow YouTubers, this is Chaotic187 for those of you that don't know me from my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to mod a controller specifically for the arcade game on the Xbox Live Marketplace, Marble Blast Ultra. So before I get started, I want to go ahead and get rid of a couple of things by saying before you do any of this, take into consideration that you will void any type of warranty that you have with the controller if you were to buy a new controller. And like I said, I'm not going to be responsible for any damages that you do if you were to do this wrong, but like I said, if you follow the steps right from this video, you should have no problems. So let's go ahead and get started. I want to go ahead and also tell you guys beforehand, there's a couple of different ways you can do this. This is just a regular Xbox 360 controller. I don't know if you can see it on the video or not, but the difference between the regular one and the one that I already have modded here is going to be your left joystick barrier is a little bit worn, shaved off, and I'll go ahead and explain that a little bit later on during the video why I did that. Like pretty much here's how it looks normal, and I don't know if you can see that, but it's going to be a bigger hole on there. So the tools you're going to need for this, just some basics, screwdrivers. So you can get these almost anywhere. I think you can get them at Walmart and Target for like $5 the whole set. The one I'm doing here is a wireless one. It demands a specific type of driver, which I have. I've luckily found at a Home Depot. If you guys want to go ahead and look for it, you might be in luck, but if not, you have to order. It's called a TX, or actually T8 Torx head, and they're really hard to find. Like I said, I'll go ahead and put a link in the description if you guys want to order one. The perfect size is like $3 if you guys want to order it online, or like I said, if you want to go ahead and look for it at your local hardware store. I found this one at Home Depot. And like I said, there's also this option. On this one, it's not a Torx X, but it's a flathead. You're going to be using the flathead. It works just as well. And I'll go ahead and use that so I can kind of show you guys that it will work. For other controllers, this is a Mad Cat Afterglow controller. These are pretty much fully modded. You don't even have to do anything to them. If you're going to be going for top times though, on single player on the game, I would not recommend using this due to the fact that it's not fully modded. I checked it, and it's fully modded going a diagonal right, but diagonal left, I've noticed it's not fully modded. You might have to actually take this apart. And with the wired ones, the white ones like these that are wired, they're like $30. This is also $30. I would recommend just buying one of these. I'll go ahead and put a link in the description on that also. With both of them, they use the same regular screwdriver. It's smaller than a normal screwdriver, but it uses a regular screwdriver nut. So you wouldn't have to buy any kind of special tool like you would on the wireless. But today I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how to do it on the wireless. Let's go ahead and get started here. I went ahead and took most of the bolts out. There's going to be 3 on each side right here. Like I said, I already did that. And there's going to be 1 in the middle. Usually they come like this. There's going to be a sticker on here. You're going to have to take the sticker off, and like I said, once you take that sticker off, it's going to void the warranty, so at your own risk. Like I said, it's I would recommend using like an old controller. A friend of mine, Zero, let me use his, and I told him I'd do it for free so I can make a video on it, and that's what I'm doing for him, and also for the people that want to know how to mod a controller. And let's go ahead and take that off. Like I said, and then when you first want to take this out, just make sure you guys don't just force it out. It should naturally just fall out like that. If you do it, if you face it down, you shouldn't get all the buttons. The buttons should stay in place, and you wouldn't have any problems putting them back on. But I'll go ahead and take them apart and do that just in case you guys might have accidentally did it wrong, or maybe the buttons you accidentally knocked it over, I'll go ahead and take them apart and redo it for you. And then what you want to do is take this bottom part, just like a little plate right here, just take that off, and like that just fell off. Should just come apart. I'm gonna put these on the side for right now. And like I said, this is what you're mainly going to be working on, so go ahead and just turn it upside down. All the buttons should fall off. You don't want to lose anything, so just make sure you want to keep them right there, close hand. What we're mainly going to be working on right now is this part. This is how it looks. Hopefully you can see it on the video. This is before, and this is pretty much after. And the way I did this is with sandpaper. I went to a local hardware store and I bought some sandpaper. This is a 60 grain. The lower you go, the better, the easier it is going to be to get some of that stuff, the plastic off. It's going to be a lot faster. If you go any higher than 60, or the higher you go, it's going to take longer to get the shavings off of that. So like I said, I used a 60 on this, and what I generally did was I just rolled it up like this, and just slowly started turning it, eventually getting it to where it is now. And what you want to base your circle off of, and when you want to know, if you want to know when to stop, is pretty much use a quarter. Quarter is going to be kind of like your base to tell you how far you need to go. It doesn't necessarily need to go all the way through, and if it does go through, that's fine. If it doesn't, I tested it like this, and it almost wants to go through, but it's just, like I said, it's not enough. But I went ahead and tested it, and it works just fine. So as long as you get pretty close, it'll work. Let's see, what else we need to do. Oh, okay, and then there's also, once you get done with that, you're gonna also have to do an extra part here with the joystick. It's going to be the left part again. You can go ahead and take that off, and you want to make a V shape right here on this part right here on the cover, or on the out part of the joystick. The reason why you want to do this is because these joysticks, like I said, these controllers are not meant to extend that far out. So if you don't do that, your LB button is going to be hitting every time you go at a 45-degree right, which in order to use the mod correctly, you're going to be doing a lot. So if you don't do this, you're going to actually break the button, and you're not going to have an LB button anymore. Like I said, just kind of go at a 45-degree right, and just eventually cut it out. A V shape is all you need. You don't need to go too much, and just kind of test it before you put it back together. And make sure it's not hitting. And what you also want to do is, I don't know if you guys can see that on the inside there, you want to go ahead and either smash it or cut it out. There's going to be four corners, I guess you could say, of plastic area right there. And what that's going to do, if you don't do that, it's going to actually restrict you a little bit right here on this metal part. It's going to restrict you a little bit more. And you don't have to take too much off. I wouldn't recommend taking a lot off, because I did that before, and this actually ended up becoming weak and breaking. So if you just take a little bit off, it'll work just fine. And like I said, just kind of test it out on your own time. Just test it out, and when it feels right, go ahead and just leave it. And that's pretty much it, guys. That's all you need to really do to mod your controller. A lot of people are thinking when you have a modded controller, it takes a little bit more than that, but that's pretty much it. And pretty much all I have to do now is just put it back together, and I'll go ahead and show you guys how to do that, so you guys won't mess it up. Just kind of go ahead and put these buttons back. Microsoft did really good in making it so you can't put them on wrong. Just go ahead and put all these buttons back. Like I said, you can't put them on wrong. You can get them out of order, and they'll actually go in there, but I guess it's really not hard to mess up on this part. What you will mess up on is getting them out of order. You want to go ahead and do it the order that I'm doing it right now. And once you got the buttons in, you get this pad right here, and just go ahead and place it on top. And the way you know you got it right is kind of shake it, make sure it's not going to fall out. It should fall into place perfectly fine. Also goes the same with the D-pad pad. And there's going to be an engroovement here, it's going to make you line it up with this. I don't know if you can see that. That's how you know you got that part right. And like I said, just kind of make sure to make sure you got it right, just kind of shake it around every time you put something on. And then you want to go ahead and put the bottom part, which is this. A lot of people, I've seen people making videos, they always go back and they always forget, they put the board on first and they always forget to put this on first. They have to actually go back in the video and do it. So just make sure it's flush. It should just snap into there, or snap on there. And then there's going to be the top part here. This part should snap on as well. There's going to be some align. There's going to be two little points here where it's going to help you align it. And like I said, just go ahead and make sure everything's on there right. And now here comes the board. And to get the board, just be very careful on this part. You don't want to mess anything up. The way you want to go at it is the way I'm doing it right now. Just take your time, go real slow. If you're having trouble on this part, the joysticks are usually things that are kind of holding you back. Like right now it's doing it, so if you just move around the joystick just like that, it should snap in just the way I just did right now. And there's going to be little guidelines here also to kind of make sure you got it right, and there's also one right here in the middle to make sure you got it right. If you see this little part sticking out right here, that'll tell you that it's fully pressed on there. And then now you're going to put on your weights. The only thing I can tell you about this is just make sure that the wire isn't sticking out here on the sides, or maybe out here in the inside, so that it won't get pinched and get in the way when you try to put the cover back on. There's going to be little grooves right here also as well. And that's pretty much what you do, pretty much it. And all you have to do is put the back part. Just make sure you don't put it upside down like I almost just did right there, because everything's just going to fall out. And to put this part on right, what you want to first do is you want to start it off going this way. You want to get these two battery parts. This is where the battery connects. You want to make sure you align that. There's going to be little grooves right here, engroovements right here. You want to make sure you align that with those two, I guess, contact points, you can say. And then once you got those aligned in there as much as you can, go ahead and pull these two triggers, and it should just snap in there just like that. And like I said, kind of put pressure in the middle. You don't want anything falling out. If you want to test it before you put all the screws back in, go ahead and do that, just like the way I'm doing it now. And I think it looks good, so I'm going to go ahead and, what I'm going to go ahead and do though, and I would recommend you guys doing, is testing it. And I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm just going to put one in the middle so I can keep it from falling. I'm not going to put them all back yet. Another one just to make sure. Alright, and we're going to go ahead and test this controller and make sure it's good. And so far so good. I'm going to go ahead and clarify a couple of things before, while I'm doing this. A lot of people a lot of people don't understand the concept of modding. I've actually heard of people playing that are unmodded actually playing worse when they actually went modded. The reason why is because they don't understand how to use it. I'm going to go ahead and show you on this right here on this video how to make sure you completely modded it, or make sure you completely modded it perfect. Gem collection is a good stage to check it out on. 265 is what we're aiming at, and what you need to do is, like the way I'm showing you, is go at a 45 degree angle, and there we go, just hit 265, showing you it's pretty much fully modded. Go ahead and check the other side as well. You don't want to just have one side completely modded. Just kind of hold the trigger down. 265. Alright, both sides are good on that. And that's pretty much a fully modded controller right there. I want to go ahead and do this. This is, like I said, this is a modded controller. I haven't cut the scene out on the video at all, so a lot of people think if they look straight, marble's gonna go faster. This is not a fact. See, I'm only hitting about 290 right there, and this is a fully modded controller. So pretty much if you mod a controller and you want to keep playing straight, there's really no point in having a modded controller. The only way you're gonna actually get improvement in your speed is at a 45 degree angle. You can see I'm only hitting like 290. I go straight back to a 45. Big difference. The only way this will work for you is if you go at a 45. It also works going at a backwards 45, this way or this way. Every time you hit each one of these four corners, I guess you could say 45 degree angles, your marble's going to go faster. If you do, like if you look straight or sideways and whatnot, it's pretty much going to be the exact same thing as you have a regular controller. And that's going to be pretty much the only difference there. So I hope this helped you guys out, and let me know if you guys have any questions. If you guys are having trouble, just leave a comment. I'll try to answer it as best as I can.